So today, I'm feeling good. Got to paint an S2000 bumper. Today's Friday. I'm a little bit tired. And my credit card number is 546.
And now, you're watching the How's the Bank Gonna Feel When They Found Out You Stanced Out Their Car channel of YouTube. Welcome to Bodie Vision.
Hey, so thank you so much for joining me on yet another video. This is another video. If you're joining me on yet another video, thank you. So what we got going on? S2000 bumper. I got a little bit to do to it before I can spray it. We got a little chip right there. I want to take off this grill section. I want to shave these holes, this one there, these two, and then also remove the badge. So I got to go ahead, break it down, start prepping it, start cleaning it, and then get this thing sprayed out. This thing's probably going to be kind of simple. Hopefully the video itself is enjoyable. So now with this bumper, I want to shave those little holes for the license plate bolts and also for the Honda badge because that's what the owner wants. So that's what I'm going to do. And then if you can see right here, I already scuffed this down pretty good. I just used a drill with one of these little sanding discs and I scuffed it over here because you want to make sure the plastic is nice and raw, so that way as we're plastic welding, it's going to go onto raw plastic and not anything that can be on top of that. So now I'm going to go ahead and reinforce it with a little metal mat back there or a metal screen, plastic weld it, and then on the front I'm just going to do a little bit of skim and you'll see the whole process. So we have made a pretty big jump in the progress of this bumper, but what I did, you saw on the back side, I went ahead and I put that metal net, reinforced it, and then on the front side, I just added a little bit of plastic to it, smoothed it out, and then I just put a little bit of a filler right here, and then right here, just to really make it smooth. That's extremely thin. You gotta be careful on plastic bumpers when you're doing this. If it gets too thick or really any at all, you kind of run a risk of messing up the bumper. But as I sanded this down, I also saw this was there, that mud or filler or Bondo, whatever it is, I didn't put it there. So this bumper has already been worked before and it held up, so I think it's gonna be just fine. So the next thing that I gotta do, the next thing that I wanna do, go ahead, throw some primer on this just to fill in any of those pinholes that I might have not got really good. Some of the things right there. There's just a couple little rock chips and those are gonna fill in using my filler primer, and then I'm gonna sand that primer down. Then it's gonna be ready for this beautiful red base coat. And another thing that I found out about this paint, this is a single stage. There's red dust everywhere, meaning there's no clear coat on top of it. So I'm gonna actually do it properly with the red base coat and then the clear coat on top of that.
Knockout. You win.
Alrighty, so that's looking good. It's looking like primer would look like on a bumper, nice and smooth. And then since the last clip, it has been sanded down. I went ahead and I finished it off with a 600 grit. Looking really good. One thing that I really like about this bumper is you can take off this little grill section in here. That's pretty cool. And then I got the lip sitting right here, ready to go. That has been washed down, prepped. The thing is with these, they're known as eBay lips, but just replica lips. Some of the lips that aren't as expensive as the Honda OEM lips. They're really hard as far as you gotta prep them really good. If you don't prep them good, there's a whole bunch of release agent on these parts, and then the paint, as soon as you put them on there, it's just gonna bead instantly and not work out at all. So you gotta take the time to make sure that you're prepping these properly. What I did is I just used some Ajax with bleach and then a Scotch-Brite pad, rubbed it down, washed it, sprayed it, washed it, sprayed it, and I kept doing that until the water was no longer beating up on the lip, and it took a long time, but that's just what you gotta do. And still, hopefully the paint won't get messed up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a sealer on here. I'm not gonna do a sealer on there because it's primed, it's all good, it doesn't need it. So sealer on the plastic, and then I'm gonna do the base coat on everything, then clear coat on everything, and we will be wrapping this thing up. Just a quick one today, but hopefully it turns out good.
Choose your fighter. Lakey inspired. Fight.
So we are done with the base coat, have yet to get into the clear coat, but just looking at it, man, I mean, it looks so good. You can get an idea of just how good that shade came out. It's looking solid. Also the license plate holes. So the bumper's looking really good. The lip is looking really nice as well. What I ended up doing is I did 2.5 coats or 2 coats and then an orientation coat during that second coat. I'm not gonna go into too much of that right now. If you get what I'm saying, cool. If not, I'll talk to you personally if you had any other questions. So now is the time, the best part of the day. I actually think base coat is a little bit stressful because it's gotta come out good. I always feel like clear coat is just, I think clear coat is the easiest step. So I don't know why people are intimidated to do base coat and clear coat because clear coat is so easy. And also, before I go into that, I wanted to explain a little bit more in depth why I did sealer on the lip as opposed to the bumper. So the lip was raw plastic. I prepped it, I cleaned it as much as I could, and then I wanted to go with sealer and then base coat because sometimes in the past I've had lips before where they completely reject the paint. I would rather have my sealer get rejected as opposed to this mixed paint because I only have so much of this, where the sealer, if I kind of gotta waste a little bit of that, that's okay. But for this, I only bought as much paint as I thought I would need and I was good. But if I would have wasted any, then I wouldn't have had enough, go back to the paint store, get more mixed, and that would have been a whole ordeal. So that's why I went ahead with that sealer. Luckily it turned out clear coat time. So good. I really like doing stuff like this. Small little details make the biggest difference. Shaving down the little license plate holes, as you can see, they're not there. Also the badge, that's really cool. I'm happy to do this, and this is a cool little quick job. I'm glad I can make it happen. This S2000, it's pretty sick. It's a bagged S2000 and it's cool. It's a nice car. So maybe I'll be doing some more stuff on that car in the future. Speaking of the future, we still have the Battle EG hatch that we have going on. We got Project Pepto coming up. Some stuff I got planned for that. I got plans for every single thing that you see because that's what we got to do. So I think that's going to be it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Sticker information will be down in the description below. I got just a couple left, so get them while you can get them. So thank you so much for watching. Like this video, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff. You know what it is. You do. I'm out.
Knockout. You win.